Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Kawthar Alade. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. This is the second series to my podcast. Inshallah, don't be a corporate slave. The last series was about the employer and employee relationship. Inshallah, the series is about from the perspective of an entrepreneur. How we'll be speaking from the angle of an entrepreneur, the CEOs. Okay, so how how do we fall into this trap of not being of not being for us not to be for us not to be a corporate slave? I'm sorry about that. There's the fact that usually we go for meetings or we are in a seminar, we're in a seminar, a workshop, something of interest, something we feel will be beneficial to our business, or we're about to see somebody we feel is more important, and it's time for Solat, and we feel that okay, let me delay it a little bit. In the next 10 minutes, I will go. 10 minutes turn to 1 hour, 1 hour turn to two. Before you know it, the time of Zuhr is gone, almost entering into history. If you're not careful, you would say, "I'm going to pray now. I'm going to pray now." And if you're stuck in traffic and Lagos stress and everything like that, and before you know it, you've missed out the salah. You've missed out knowing fully well that Asri is one of the prayers that we must not miss, because whoever misses the prayer, Asri prayer, is as though as he has lost everything. He has lost everything he's had, and that's how powerful the Asri prayer is. However, one of the things we need to remember and remind ourselves is the fact that who gave you the ability to be an entrepreneur? Who gave you the knowledge to have an idea? Who gave you the knowledge? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told us in Surah to Al-Haq, when Allah told us that Ikra bismi rabbika alladhi khalaqa khalaqal insana min alaq Ikra wa rabbuka al-hakam alladhi allama al-qalam allama. He was the one that taught us by the pen. He taught us what we do not know. So whatever it is you know as an entrepreneur, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one that taught you. He's Al-Alim. He's the whole. He knows everything. He's the one that knows everything, and this is the reason why we all have to submit to him. I know sometimes we're shy to walk out of the gathering. We are shy to say, okay, please, can you give me 5 minutes and 10 minutes? I will be back. You don't necessarily have to tell anybody this is what you want to go and do. You want to go and observe Salah, because sometimes they may not really understand. They know because they don't know the gravity of it. They don't know how important Salah is. They don't know that perhaps maybe by the time you go for the meeting and you come back, you'll be able to solve the puzzle. You'll be able to solve. Okay, what is it? What do we really need to do to get this done? What do we need to do? But by the time you're trying to please human being, and this is the reason why we still fall as an entrepreneur, you still fall into the realm of a corporate slave, because you're trying to please your fellow human being. You believe that your fellow human being is the one that can give you that contract, because you believe that fellow human being is the one that can actually make you earn the profit you want to earn, and forgetting the fact that last one is a razak. And that's one that told us in Surah to know Quran 24, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala was trying to explain to us that who are those people, those special people to him? Are those people whereby they mention Allah's name? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said it in Quran 24 verse 37. These special people are the people whereby neither the commerce nor sale distracts them from the remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the performance of prayer and giving of zakah. They fear a day in which the heart and the eyes will fearfully turn about. And this is one of the things we need to ask ourselves. Okay, are we such a person that by the time it's time for Salah, we say, let me quickly finish what I'm doing, I'm going to pray? That means what we're doing is actually distracting us. So this is one of the reasons why this reminder of us not falling into the trap of shaitan, of the trap of procrastination, because as an entrepreneur, you can procrastinate and say, I'll pray, I'll pray, I'll pray. And before you know it, if you miss today, you miss tomorrow. You get accustomed to the fact that you're delaying Salah. You never can tell when the time is right, when Allah SWT is going to call you back to Him, when Allah is going to say your time is up. You won't be able to come back and fix it. You won't be able to come back and say, yeah, like, we need to pray. So that's why we have to, because as a believer, if you see the morning, you should not expect to see the evening. If you see the evening, you're not supposed to expect them to see the next morning, because there will be a Fajr that you will not see the Isha, and there will be an Isha that you won't see the Fajr. So this is why we have to continuously remind ourselves. And I feel that as an entrepreneur, if you're the type that prays on time, you would allow your employees to also go for solar. You also allow them to go and pray. But if you don't value it and you say that when they see you that you're not even taking the time off to go and pray, so how would they emulate it? How would they be bold enough to take time out and say, I need to go and pray? So this is why we really, really need to remind ourselves of this, of not falling into the trap of shaitan, making us delay our salah. Because the last one that told us in Surah Al-Ankabut, Quran 29, verse 60, and how many a creation carries not its own provision. Allah provides for it and for you, and He is hearing and knowing. We need to understand what this means. The fact that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is providing for us. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He hears that conversation. He knows that meeting you're having. He knows the meeting you're doing. He knows that, okay, He wants to see, will you be bold enough to leave that meeting and step out and take 5 minutes? Because even if you tell them that, okay, I need to use the convenience, they would allow you to take that time out. So why can't you take that time out and take 5 minutes? And because as a believer, you should not bear the criticism. You should not because you know that nobody is going to reward you for anything except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is pleased with you, everything you lay your hands on would be good. Because Allah says that when I'm pleased with somebody, when I love somebody, I become His eyes in which He sees. I become His mouth in which He talks. I become His hand in which He strikes. I become His feet in which He walks. And that's why sometimes as an entrepreneur, as a Muslim entrepreneur, you realize that if you're dedicated to Allah and you're doing things according to the way Allah taught us to do things, you will definitely be successful. People will look up to you and you want to be like you. People will say, how are you doing it? How are you getting these ideas? Where are this idea coming from? They won't understand the fact that the Lord of the world, Al-Alim, the one who knows everything, Al-Wasil, the one whose knowledge encompasses everything, is the one that is actually teaching you all those things. And you will be successful, because Allah says it in the Quran, Surah Al-Baqarah. Allah says that if I should aid you, nobody can overcome you. Nobody can overcome you. And if Allah should forsake you, I pray Allah never forsakes us. Nobody can aid you except Allah. So unto Allah let the believers put their trust. So as an entrepreneur, you're having a business, you want to strike that contract, you want to nail it up, take that time off, pray and believe that whatever is yours will always be yours. As Rasulullah told us in the Quran that what will miss you, he didn't tell us in the Quran, stuff like he told us that what will miss you will not hit you, and what will hit you will not miss you. Then, because if something is meant for you, we really need to understand this. If something is really, Rasulullah told us that if something is meant for you, even if it's under the mountain, Allah will bring it forth to you. But if something is not meant for you, even if it's between your two lips, it will never be yours. And this is why we continuously keep striving and striving and striving, and things don't work out our way. It's because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said that deal is not yours. But if at the time we are going for that meeting and you took your time off, even if the deal did not come to pass, you know that at least along the line I've actually pleased Allah. Alhamdulillah, you're looking forward to something much more better. So this is one of the reasons why we really need to remind ourselves and to never get carried away, because even after having all these things, the best of deeds are those ones that are consistent, and the best of deeds that is pleasing to Allah are those people who establish the prayer on time. We have to establish our prayer on time, because what the Solat does is that it protects you from immorality. What the Solat does is to keep you calm. What the Solat does is to give you an idea, tell you how you're going to live your life, because Allah SWT said in the Quran that whoever follows my guidance will live a good life. And every one of us, we're looking forward to living a good life. As an entrepreneur, what I want to do is to have the freedom to be financially free. I want to be financially free. I want to have the freedom of my own time. I don't want anybody controlling my own time. And the only way I can achieve this is if Allah SWT is pleased with me. If I'm doing things according to the Allah wants me to do. If I'm striking the business, if I'm actually doing this business in an ethical manner, which also that taught us how we should run our businesses, how we should not cheat on business, how we should measure in full with honest balance, how Rasulullah taught us that if we actually have to state the terms in our business transactions clearly, that both parties are aware, Allah will be barakah in it. But how will you know all those things if you don't pray? How will you continuously remind yourself if you don't pray? So this is one of the reasons why we really, really, it's time we take our salah as important as anything. If your salah is good, everything will be good. And this is one of the reasons why Rasulullah told us that he told the companions that if you actually have a river beside you and you take your bath like 5 times a day, will you be dirty? Will you have dirt? He said no. And that's the way what Salah does to us. The more we pray, the more Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgives us, the more Allah cleanses us, the more Allah increases us in rank. I pray Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala continues to use us as a beneficial tool. I pray Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive us. I pray Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide us. I pray Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala use us. I pray we continue to be the best of nation, best of nation in which He has already told us to be. I pray Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala use us. And please kindly share this because the more people learn from you, the more anything good we do, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless. Assalamu alaikum.